It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. And we are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. They'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Ready?
Herbert throwing right away. The throw is there for Ja'Tavion Sanders. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st and 10, Herbert. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Finds Sanders. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
5-9. Go.
Here's Vidal on the give. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. David Long getting to the spot that time.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
We send a man in motion. On 3rd down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. They're out and set, 1st and 10. May will throw to get us started here. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. May now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks instead. Well, the defense is energized with that stop.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Finds McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. He finds McConkey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Go.
It's Herbert once more. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hey, ram. Set.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
He completes it in traffic.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Hey, go Lion.
They snap it to Herbert. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First down throw for May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up Cam Hart. And he makes the Hefs call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Romo adds the point after. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now May coming off that pick. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready.
A give right side. Here's Pacheco. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackled by Keon White there. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go now. Ready.
Right back to Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Go!
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. 7-0 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Headed out right. Finds his man, it's Javon Baker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 22. And that's a New England first down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They motion the slot man right. On play action, here's May. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
60 bison, 60 bison.
May trying again here on second. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, New England. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle, Vidal. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They stay on the ground with Vidal. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Pats will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Cut by Deebo Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's brought down at the 44. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Go.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. Set go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 34. He lets one fly deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Barkley does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. Romo on to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. May now from the gun. He'll get this to Samuel. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Patriots trying to make some noise before halftime.
Okay, ready?
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. May on 1st and 10. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Go, set. Cowboy 80.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. May looking to throw. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time. Pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. Pacheco hauls it in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
From the gun, it's May. a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over with the football just outside the 30. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Set. Set.
Herbert from the gun. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Smith and Jigba going in motion right. From the 23. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he gets this forward to the 19. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Toss play to Barkley. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he drives this forward to the 6. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To throw, Herbert. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. Romo on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returnable from the 1. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set. Set, go.
Going play action, May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Back to the air. It's May. That's taken in by Samuel. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down throw for May. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's go now.
On play action, here's May. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's got him. That's Pacheco. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
May trying again here on 2nd. Completes this one to Baker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Set, go.
They'll run. Pacheco. Hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Vidal running left. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Only 2 yards. Second and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Able to get it to Barkley. Continuing to move past the 45. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Target, it's Tony. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Saquon. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes could turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw left side, complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Herbert. Throwing deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's second down coming up.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back to throw, here's Herbert. Firing one deep for the end zone. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. John Parker Romo now. Let's see how he handles this moment. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Gets everything he has under this throw. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. Launching deep down the right sideline. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
To the air on 1st down, May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Now May on 3rd and long. Pacheco hauls it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
It'll catch the crossbar, and it's in anyway! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. They did it! He made the interception! Christian Gonzalez has it! And the Patriots have some new life in the 4th!
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with the...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chargers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running left, this is Barkley. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Herbert from the gun. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Putting a receiver in motion. Herbert back to throw. Looking for a target. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 38 out of the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They go to Barkley again. He still has room inside the 30. To the house. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Romo's point after is good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chargers take over after returning it inside the red zone. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They're going to run with Barkley. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Romo adds the point after. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go!
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. May on 1st and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. May now from the gun. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Here we go, set!
To the air yet again, May. Got his target, it's Baker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Go!
Working inside the red zone. And they pick him off again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we reach the 2-minute warning. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Only for try.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Complete beyond the marker. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. We'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's division.